Hello, I'm Abigail, and for my presentation today, I've chosen a comedy play by Moliere, which was performed in Paris, originally created in 1637. Excuse me, my allergies are a little rough. But to start us off, a brief summary of what this play entails is it describes the situation of a man who suffers from being a hypochondriac and also has factors of Munchausen syndrome, and he is in a situation where he is using his doctor to fill his medical needs, and his doctor is using him to acquire more money. And because of this situation, the father and the doctor have agreed to set an arranged marriage between the man's daughter and the doctor's nephew. The doctor's nephew is also a doctor, which means more secured medical evaluations and medicine for the man. Now, the daughter has already fallen in love, but the father pretty much is kind of like, yeah, but I really need this medicine. So, in an outraged fit, the daughter has come up with a plan, and this plan is going to basically give a doctor a taste of his own medicine. And the plan basically is to find a way to get rid of the doctor, whether it's finding a way to find proof to show her father that he has been lying, whether it is giving him some of his own medicine and hoping that will make the doctor no longer come around. But the major dilemma is that obviously the doctor, along with the stepmother, have been using the father for his money, and now the daughter is in a very bad predicament where she may lose the love of her life. Although, with my two conclusions that I have come up with, after studying multiple ethics within the class, I very much started thinking about, first of all, care ethics, which are mainly based around the sympathy and empathy that one can feel towards others, where it's more of their situation before yours. So you make your ethical decision making and problem solving skills more towards how is it more helpful to this person, how can I care more towards them, rather than having yourself be the first one that is taken care of. And this form of ethics, if the father was to be able to use them, he could use that new filter of, okay, this is not more beneficial for my daughter in a caring way, it's more beneficial for me. And then for a second choice, I've also used the idea of, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, utilitarian ethics, which focus not just on obviously your decision making, but mainly also on the consequences that can come from certain decisions that you make. So they basically kind of help you redefine okay, I shouldn't do this because it could lead to this consequence. Now, if the father was to be persuaded of using either one of these ethics, he could have the insight of not just how this situation is helping him, but how the situation is actually more of a degrading and not mentally good way of making his daughter marry, especially for his own medical benefits. These ethics could really kind of, in a way, show the controversy between, should I let her go marry this guy that isn't going to help our family in any way because he has no money? Or should I feed into the money-hungry doctor who can give me whatever I need because I think I'm sick? And then once he's gone, I can just go to the other doctor that's married to my daughter. But my main conclusion, or my main answer, is I firmly think that with the daughter wanting to find proof and or wanting to get rid of the doctor, I think her and her father both need to utilize the second choice of ethics that I've brought up, because these ethics would not only help the dad for sure long-term see the effects of the situation, but these ethics could also fully paint the picture for the daughter of, if I were to go forward with the more harsh part of my plan of fully getting rid of the doctor if it results in his death, is she consequently would lose her already first love, and she would most likely 100% have to go to jail because you caused his death. So it would definitely bring the full picture into the daughter's brain, to where she could see all the consequences of how it could break her trust with her father, take away her first love, make her leave home because she is now a criminal. And then for the father, it can also show, I am making my daughter marry someone that she does not love. She is going to be heartbroken in the future. My wife is going to continue stealing all my fortunes, and my daughter's going to have nothing left. And I'm going to get all this medicine, and I'm going to have all these secured medical meetings that I don't need and are slowly killing me, because the father is unaware that being fed medicine that you don't actually need is very, very, very detrimental to your health. And I 100% actually back up my conclusion of using the second choice of these ethics, because I just think that in order to escape the money-hungry wife and doctor, and to really benefit the daughter into marrying her love and not feeding this already mental disorder that the father has, but the already horrible thirst of money that her stepmother and doctor have, these ethics could completely turn around the situation and make everything so much easier for the family. Although these ethics would definitely have a hard time arising, because throughout the play, the father and daughter have a very hysterical interaction the entire time. And the father is very, very, very persistent of, he doesn't want to listen to any excuses. He does not care. She is going to marry the doctor's nephew. And that is why the daughter has gotten help from the housemaids and house servants to go forward with her plan of eliminating the doctor. But these ethics, I believe, would help the situation more beneficially, because it would not lead to such harsh consequences of jail time or an arranged marriage that would just lead to a horrible relationship of nothing but toxic love, not even full love. But I also fully recommend this play because it is a brilliant play, and Moliere definitely had great work done with this play. He had many plays done that were very hysterical and comedy, but also kind of a comedy ballet form, and most were held in Paris, but this play particularly actually explains a lot of situations that are still a problem in modern day time through the medical system and people that have undiagnosed syndromes and diagnoses relating to Munchausen and hypochondria. So I think these ethics would not only be for the greater good of the situation, but would just definitely put the ideas of breaking the trust between the father and daughter and the thought of murder definitely to sleep, and could truly help the family all the way around. But thank you for listening to my story. I 100% recommend this play, and any other play done. I love plays at heart. I'm very big into musical theater and just theater in general. So, bravo to him. Always a pleasure to read. I hope you have a good day.